Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into one of the most effective, powerful, joyful, and often overlooked ways to grow your coaching or transformational business. And I'm talking about referrals. Referrals are gold for your business, truly. They're much, much warmer than cold leads. And in fact, research shows that referrals are 4 times more likely to say yes to working with you. And that's because they often already have a sense of trust in you before they even hop on a sales conversation. Referrals are also so much more cost effective than ads, social media content, or spending hours chasing down new leads. Not to mention, and I love this part especially, you don't need a big email community or to be a social media star. You don't need complicated tech or funnels in order to generate leads from referrals. There are so many people that you can activate referrals from, friends, colleagues, people that you know from various places. And of course, a great type of person to activate referrals from are happy clients. And when you activate referrals from happy clients who sing your praises, it not only brings in leads, but it boosts your confidence. And when your confidence is boosted, you're more likely to market more boldly. You're more likely to do more outreach, to make yourself more visible, to speak more from your heart, to make change and impact. When your confidence is boosted, you are more likely to charge aligned rates, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. In other words, when you get referrals from happy clients who sing your praises, you naturally become more magnetic and poised to grow your business. And you may already know this because I've shared this before, but I'm going to share it again because I think it's so profound. Easily 45 to 50% of my total income comes from referrals from very satisfied clients. And in fact, in Sacred Depths, even more than 45 to 50% of our students come from referrals from other Sacred Depths graduates who have been so happy with the certification that they refer their friends and their colleagues. I cannot say enough how important referrals are for a thriving business. And especially in 2025, when people are craving more personal and values aligned experiences. And I mean, let's be honest, right now, and there's research behind this, right now, there's just less trust in out in the market in general. And because of this trust factor, referrals are more important than ever. People don't just want another expert with polished branding. They want someone who gets them and someone who their friend or their colleague says, you've got to work with her. So, if you've been wondering how to get more clients without burning out on Instagram or pouring money into complicated funnels, you are in the right place. Today, I'm going to be sharing some very common mistakes that people make, especially coaches, when they try to generate referrals and what to do instead. And I know the title of the episode says 5 mistakes, but I actually added in 2 extra bonus pieces for us to look at because I couldn't resist sharing them with you. They are really important, and each one of the 7 mistakes that we're going to be looking at today are going to make a difference for you. And heads up, This podcast episode is also a little teaser for something exciting I've got coming up next week. It's a totally free 5-day training called Become a Referral Magnet, where I'm going to teach you how to step by step by step activate more referrals in a way that's completely authentic and aligned with your values. I am kind of obsessed with telling as many people as I can about Become a Referral Magnet because the information inside of those 5 days is solid gold. It's rooted in everything we know about human behavior, and it makes use of transformational principles that are going to help you magnetize new business and have more prospects come your way. I can say for certain that if you participate in all 5 days of Become a Referral Magnet, it will poise you to grow your business. We hosted Become a Referral Magnet last year, and people started activating new leads before we were even done with the week. The thing about Become a Referral Magnet is that you get all of the training and templates and strategies that you need to activate referrals. And you also get to do some very deep inner work so that you're in the right place and energy to do referral outreach. And as part of those 5 days, you also get 5 get it done sessions so that you can write your referral copy in real time. And not only that, you get personal feedback on everything that you write. Me and my team will take a look at anything you want us to, and it's all for free. So I'll share more about Become a Referral Magnet as we go along, but you can also head to the link in the show notes and register right now. Okay, so let's jump into the 7 mistakes that block referrals. And mistake number one is not asking for referrals out of fear of being pushy. So let's just start with the big one. So many incredible coaches don't ask for referrals simply because they're afraid it's going to make them seem salesy or pushy or, ugh, like one of those people. And I really get it. None of us want to feel like we're imposing or pushy or using people. This is a biggie for me personally. I really get it. And the truth is that if you don't ask for referrals in the right ways, it can inadvertently end up sounding pushy or imposing. But that being said, when you've got the right language to use and when you shift your energy to be magnetic, then referrals become about connection. Instead of those referral requests feeling like pressure for you or for who you're asking, they can become about giving people a beautiful opportunity to help someone they care about. In Become a Referral Magnet, we'll go deep into this one because it's a biggie. So, in addition to learning how to language your referral outreach so that it's not pushy, we'll actually walk through a powerful inner process for you to deeply explore and shift your fear of being pushy or too salesy. And here's the thing that I guarantee. If the fear of being pushy or too salesy or aggressive is showing up for you around referrals and holding you back from asking for referrals, it is also showing up in other areas of your marketing and your business, and it's blocking you. So, this is a biggie. This is one we absolutely need and want to tackle. And here's a spoiler alert. When you shift your energy around asking for referrals, People are grateful that you asked. It's the exact opposite of being pushy. All right, let's move on to mistake number two that is often made when people want to activate referrals. You don't ask for referrals because you assume that the people that you know don't know other people who could be your ideal clients. Now, this one sneaks in a little more subtly. You end up thinking something like, well, my cousin works in finance, and my old college friend is a mom of three. I doubt that they know anyone who wants coaching or somatic work or this or that, right? But here's what you might be forgetting. People know people. And sometimes the connections that bring you your next amazing client aren't direct. Maybe they're 1 or 2 degrees removed. When you stop making assumptions about who knows who, and instead allow yourself to actually do the outreach and plant thoughtful, clear referral seeds, you open up entire new networks that you didn't even realize were available to you. And by the way, this is also true of the assumption that the people that you know don't know other people who can afford your services. I have been there before, I promise you. And I am here to ask you, please, please, please do not make that assumption. While it may be true in some cases, it's not true in all cases. Don't underestimate the pull that a potential prospect has to invest with you if they really trust you and want what you have to offer. Sometimes I can't afford it or it's too expensive means just that. I don't have the money in the bank. So I literally can't afford it. It literally, your offer is too expensive. But I also promise you that many other times it's too expensive or I can't afford it actually means I'm not sure that your service is worth the investment. So when you ask referrals in the right ways, and also when you have a good sales process in place, you're going to see that the people that you know do know people that can afford you or your ideal prospects. So, again, please, 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 if you've been holding back from doing outreach because of these assumptions, I really want to challenge you on this. And if you come and join us for Become a Referral Magnet, we're going to learn how to speak to these resistances when you ask for referrals as well. All right, let's move on to mistake number three, common mistake that people make when they want to activate referrals in their business. And this one is you think you need to sound glossy or slick or formal when you make your asks. All right, let me break this one down a little bit. Very often, coaches try to quote unquote sound professional when they do referral outreach. And when you get too hooked into, I gotta sound a certain way, I gotta sound, slick or glossy or formal or whatever it is, then you end up writing emails or messages that feel stiff or inauthentic. Or you just don't end up writing anything at all because you are completely creatively blocked by the idea that you need to sound a certain way. Here's what I want you to know about this. Your warmth and your realness are your greatest marketing tools. not a polished elevator pitch, not a sleek sales page. It is you. You are your greatest marketing tool. And this is true of referral marketing, and this is true also of all of your marketing. The more authentic that you are, the more you sound like yourself, then the more magnetic your marketing becomes. And I can tell you, I remember back to the first few years of my business where writing copy was so hard for me because I thought I needed to sound a certain way, or I thought I wasn't professional enough, or, that marketing had to sound like this, that, and the other thing. It really, really blocked me. And it is just the farthest from the truth. Inside of Become a Referral Magnet, I'm going to teach you how to write referral outreach that is natural, heartfelt, and persuasive without being pushy at all. And we are going to give you templates and lots of examples so that you're not staring at a blank screen, wasting time trying to write. All right. Mistake number 4 when it comes to activating referrals is not knowing how to articulate what your work is for and who your work is for. If people don't understand what you do or who you help, it becomes really, really difficult for them to refer potential clients to you. And this is true even if they love you, even if they adore you, even if they really want to refer to you. And, you wouldn't think this is true, but it is true even for clients that have worked with you and have achieved incredible results with you. You still need to be able to articulate for them, for referrals, what your work is and who it's for. And this is where so many brilliant practitioners get tripped up. They're good at the work, but when it comes time to explain the work in a sentence or two, it's like you go completely blank, or you ramble, or you sound too vague. Vague or generalities do not help marketing at all. You want to be very specific. And by the way, no shame or judgment if this is you. I have been there many times. And by the way, not just in the past. So even though I've been in business for years, and even though I've been marketing for years, and even though I am somewhat expert in this and I teach all of this, I will still tell you that it is ongoing work for me to get more and more and more targeted in my messaging. And also to continue to shift my messaging as my work grows and evolves and changes. Articulating what your work is and who your work is for is something that if you are in business, you are going to be doing for the lifetime of your business. It's not a once and done. In Become a Referral Magnet, if you join us, we're going to get clear on your referral messaging. You're going to articulate your work in language that clicks for your referral requests. And as I said earlier, this is the part that makes my nerdy heart really happy. You're not going to be doing this on your own over those 5 days. You are going to be getting get it done time with my team. And then you're also going to be getting feedback from me and my team on your writing so that you're going to walk away with messaging that feels good and that works. All right, that brings us to mistake number five when you are looking to activate referrals. And this next one is really important. I mean, these are all really important. Anyway, the mistake is asking for referrals out of the blue from people that you've lost touch with. So I think we've all been there, suddenly remembering someone you meant to stay in contact with, but haven't. And what you don't want to do is to be reaching out for people, for referrals, only when you need something. It can feel awkward. And it often doesn't work, not because they don't like you, but because the relationship feels cold. It needs more warmth and connection. And this is why having a keep in touch system is essential. You want to be nurturing relationships throughout the year, not just when you're launching or looking for clients. And you want the people you're reaching out to for referrals to feel that you really care about them and their lives and what they're up to. At the heart of all marketing is relationships, plain and simple. Now, keeping in touch regularly sounds easy, but in practice, not so easy. Because how do you stay organized and on top of keeping in touch with people when life is so busy? How do you remember to be consistent in keeping in touch with folks? What do you even say to people as you're keeping in touch with them? So, in Become a Referral Magnet, I'm going to be giving you an easy, doable system to stay connected with the folks in your network or to reactivate connection with people in your network. And it is a system where you don't need to be on social media all day long. I promise you. It's simple, it's repeatable. And it feels good because you get to stay in touch with people that you really like and you really value. You get to have more relationship in your life. All right, now we're moving into our bonus time territory. I've got two more mistakes that I wanted to share with you. The next one is everything we're looking at today, it's honestly the one that I am the most passionate about. If you know me, if you've participated and been a student in the Sacred Depths Transformational Practitioner training or any of my trainings, you know I take a stand for this next one. And the mistake is not having excellent and extraordinary coaching and transformational skills. This one is real, and I'm just saying it straight up, and I hope it doesn't sound harsh. Please, please know that I say this with love and respect. The best way to generate referrals is to be referral worthy in your work. When your work is deeply transformational, when you have the skills to really support your clients to co-create results and to change, when your clients walk away from the work with you feeling seen and empowered and changed, that's when they want to tell people about you. They become your biggest fans, sometimes without you even needing to ask for referrals. When your clients are obsessed with their work with you, they are more likely to refer others to you. So, if you're not seeing a lot of referrals from current clients, it is very worth looking at how you can deepen your mastery of your skills, how you can deepen your presence when you hold your client containers, and how you can really level up the experience that you provide in your client containers. And again, this is something I love talking about. And this is what all of my practitioner trainings are about, helping you become such an extraordinary coach and practitioner that you 10 times your ability to support your clients through every goal, every situation, every fear and resistance and shadow. And yes, we will be talking about this inside of Become a Referral Magnet too, because I can't help myself, and also because great marketing is built on great delivery. All right, so that brings us to our final piece that we're going to take a look at in our episode today, mistake number 7 when it comes to referrals. And this one is as follows: thinking that you don't know enough people to create a referral event. So let me back this one up a little bit and first tell you I love, love, love creating and leading what I call referral events. If you are not doing this in your business, I promise you, you are missing out. There's a lot that goes into describing a referral event, but for now, in short, events are when you host a workshop or a class or a meeting or a party or really any kind of event in person or online where your inner circle can come and bring their friends. This is an incredible, incredible marketing tool that really poises you to activate more leads through referrals. It can also help you reactivate old clients who maybe haven't been working with you for a while to start working with you again. Now, you might be listening to me right now and saying to yourself, well, that sounds really great, but I don't have a big audience. I'm not sure anyone would come to a referral event. But here's the thing: the beauty of all referral marketing is that you don't need a huge list or a huge social following to activate referrals. What you do need in this case is a well-designed, intimate event that gives people a meaningful experience of you and your work, as well as an effective invitation to share it with someone who would benefit. So again, I love, love, love referral events. They are one of the cornerstones of my business. And inside of Become a Referral Magnet, I'm going to teach you how to create these kinds of referral events. They are low pressure and high value previews of you and your work that naturally lead to referrals and enrollments. And you're going to walk away with a plan that you can really start implementing right away. So, as we move towards wrapping today's session, which I hope has been really valuable for you, I hope you've been taking notes and are taking away a lot from this episode. I think I want to end by saying this. Yes, of course, referrals are about bringing in more clients. But that being said, and I hope you really got what I'm about to say from the episode today, referrals are also about so much more. They're about building your business on relationships, integrity, and transformation. Referrals are about allowing the people who already love you and or your work to help you grow. And they're about feeling and creating more intimacy in your business because you get to be in deeper relationship with more amazing people. So, if any of the mistakes that I mentioned today made you think, oof, I've definitely done that, again, I want you to know you're not alone. I want to normalize all of it. And the good news is that everything that we looked at today are totally learnable skills. And that's exactly why I really, really, really hope that you're going to join me for Become a Referral Magnet. We start next week, and I would love to have you there. So you can head to the link in the show notes to grab your spot. I am so, so passionate about this one because you get so much for free. And if you know a fellow coach or practitioner who's been struggling with client attraction or who wants to build their business more relationally this year, or who wants to grow their transformational skills, please, please send this episode their way because referrals start here too. And as always, I am so, so, so appreciative of anyone that you let know about this podcast. Oh, and one last thing before we wrap for today. We have slowly, or I shouldn't say slowly, but kind of behind the scenes, we have opened the doors for the next round of the Sacred Depths Transformational Practitioner Certification. And people have been coming in and joining the new cohort, which starts at the end of September. Right now is the lowest rate on Sacred Depth. So if it's something that you've had your eye on, I definitely would take a look at the page and sign up to have a conversation with me or someone on my team. Yeah, we'll help you answer all of your questions and just see if it's right for you. All right. Thank you so much for listening. As always, it gives me such great pleasure to share everything that I share in this podcast with you. And I can't wait to see you next time.